All right, so here we go. Yes, the next gen update is finally here for Fallout 4. And guess what? It comes with some free content. We're going to check that out. But a lot of players are discovering that, hey, wait a second, this content is not free for me at all. What is going on? And this is affecting actually quite a lot of people. We'll talk about it. And yes, how you can actually access this content as well. Plus, we're going to be talking about, hey, my mods aren't working. What can I do to actually address this issue? We have an update about the script extender, which is the most important thing to get these mods actually working. So yes, we're going to get into that. And also how you can actually avoid having your mods break. So hold up, maybe, just maybe, there's a reason not to actually update to this next gen update. We'll talk about that as well. But you know what? Check this out right here. So yes, spring is finally upon us, and already there's been a ton of great game releases, which means you need more money to save up for these great games. Well, I have one way you could save a good deal of money, and that is Factor, which is the ultimate meal kit solution delivered right to your doorstep. Your meals can be ready in 2 minutes, and you don't have to worry about grocery shopping or a messy kitchen. And yes, it is very cost effective and hassle free. So make spring a time to enjoy and relax with Factor's tasty, healthy meal options. Consider breakfast, lunch, and dinner handled. It's that easy, so you have more time and money for the things you love to do. There's a ton of meal options. All of them are delicious. Over 35 meals to choose from per week, including options like keto, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and much more. And many different snacks as well. Factor is also super flexible. Change your order every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. It's nice to have options. So join me right now. Save money to go towards the things you love, like the next big game purchase, instead of these costly groceries. Click my link in the description below and use my code OWG50APR to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. Check it out in the description below. And a very special thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. All right, so I say we get straight into this and find out what this update actually includes. As you can see, you get the warning message about the update and, of course, a bunch of free Creation Club content right here. Now, there is a way you can access this content very easily. All right, so yes, let's get into the actual patch notes. First and foremost, here is right here, patch notes. We're not going to read it word for word, of course, but yeah, most notably is the quest Echoes of the Past is what you're going to want to get into. You'll see it in your quest when you actually hop into the game. It's very easy to get into. And then it's going to offer you armor and weapon bundle, the XO2 power armor, Hellfire power armor. As you can see, it looks beautiful. You'll confront some enemies and you'll see it on one of the enemies that you actually have to end up killing. Then we have the Heavy Incinerator. I did actually get to try this one out right here. It's a powerful weapon. And of course, the Tesla Cannon and Enclave weapon skins, Enclave armor skins as well. And then Makeshift Weapon Pack is also going to be included in this as well, which is going to be including some unique weapons, which are 2 grenade launchers, a nail gun, baseball launcher, saw blade launcher, and even a piggy bank based weaponry. Now, quest When Pigs Fly starts at a merchant workshop northwest of Green Tech Genetics. So the most important thing I could say about this update is check your quest lines. You're going to be accessing a lot of this new content through those quest lines, so that is extremely important to note. Now, also, yes, we have a Halloween workshop, although it's not even Halloween at all. So it says, on the eve of the end, the New England Technocrat Society has thrown a spooky Halloween gala for anyone with the nerve to attend. Drop in on this fabulous pumpkin-lit soiree, replete with witches, cauldrons, and ghouls, and unlock 38 new spine-tingling Halloween props to decorate your settlement, including new wearables such as the iconic Decapolis helmet. So the quest is All Hallows Eve, and it starts by tuning into the mysterious signal on your Pip-Boy. When it comes to actual next-gen changes, let's talk about those. With the PS5 and Xbox Series applications, includes, of course, performance and quality mode options. So yeah, you get those 60 frames per second in performance mode, 4K resolution, standard settings, relying on dynamic resolution scaling. Now, quality mode offers 30 frames per second, 4K resolution. Ultra settings should not require dynamic resolution scaling. And then it says, when connected to a 120 hertz display, quality mode will target 40 frames per second. Now, when connected to a 4040 1440p, I should say, display, the title will run at 1440p resolution at 60 frames per second with ultra settings regardless of rendering mode. And this is also releasing on Epic Store, and widescreen and ultra widescreen support is included. Although someone did test out the ultra widescreen support I saw on Reddit, and they said that the UI is just stretched. And they're super disappointed with that as well. So that's a bummer to see that they didn't take the extra time to make that really fine-tuned. But anyway, there was the Creation Club items as well. And then there's some bug fixes in here, and then some PC-only stuff as well. And, you know, I'm going to throw those patch notes in the description below. I'm not going to sit here and read them word for word. I think you guys would get absolutely bored by that. But yeah, this is definitely causing a lot of players to come back to Fallout 4, which is just so cool to see. We are now hitting a new high more recently, 121,000 plus. Let me see if I refresh this actually and see if it got higher. Whoa, check this out right here, 134,000 users now on Fallout 4, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Never thought this would happen, but that's what happens when you release a really, really good TV show and an update alongside it. But yes, there is some controversy regarding this update being free, because check this out right here. It says this: the Fallout 4 upgrade isn't free for owners on PlayStation Plus, and they're furious. And it says the little known caveat isn't an issue on Xbox Game Pass. So there's no way around it. This really sucks to hear. And it goes on to say this right here. It says, if you purchase the disc or digital version of Fallout 4 for PS4, downloading the next gen update, which includes a 60 frames per second mode and tons of other improvements, is as simple as going to the PlayStation Store page and selecting the free upgrade option. But players who added the game to their library through a paid PS Plus subscription are now finding they have to pay $20 to buy the entire game all over again. I discovered this for myself. It shows that I don't even own Fallout 4 apparently on my PlayStation, which is just not the case. I thought I did. Now, there's reasonings for this, of course, because PlayStation handles PS Plus very differently than Xbox Game Pass. You have things that expire, licensing, all sorts of complicated nonsense. And we have yet to hear from Bethesda or PlayStation if they are, in fact, going to address this issue. Now, we have this right here as well. It says, other players respond by noting that this isn't an issue on Xbox Game Pass, where most players or most people also own the game via subscription versus having actually paid for it up front. Now, PS Plus players also have been flooding the Bethesda Games Discord server with complaints. Checking on the PS Plus update, wrote one of the mins there. Hang tight. And as I was making this video, Bethesda did respond about the controversy regarding PlayStation Plus extra members not being able to get this free upgrade. Let's take a look and see what they actually said about this. So they said, we've seen some confusion regarding the free Fallout 4 Next Gen update for PlayStation Plus extra members. The Fallout 4 Next Gen update will be available to PlayStation Plus extra members through the PlayStation Game Catalog. Your patience is appreciated while the team works on this. So yeah, it looks like they're already trying to fix this issue, and yeah, there it is. But I guess this is hardly not the first time this has happened for PS Plus users. They've experienced problems with Final Fantasy Remake as well, as it states in this article. And it's always been an issue with licensing rights expiring and that sort of thing between PlayStation and the publisher and developer, what have you. It just sounds like a ridiculous mess. And that's why I think a lot of people just want to be able to own their game. They just want to be able to go out. And I think more and more people feel this way, perhaps even buy a physical copy of the game, seeing that these problems are emerging, or at very least the digital version beyond a subscription. And yes, this Fallout 4 update has absolutely wrecked the Fallout 4 mods, and a lot of people are already noticing this and complaining big time. But we have an update from the creators of the script extender, which is by far the most important piece of Fallout 4 mods. And also, if you have not downloaded the Fallout 4 Next Gen update on PC, there's probably a reason to just hold off currently and just wait. Let's get into this right now. So check it out right here. It says the following. Hi, all. Just a quick note about the recent Next Gen update for Fallout 4. and its compatibility with Fallout 4 script extender. As you might know, I posted recently on the site news that the update will break Fallout 4 script extender and any associated plugins. I've spoken with Lampat of Fallout 4 script extender about this, and he had to say this right here. It's going to be a while. The change is of the scope of Skyrim Anniversary Edition. The compiler was changed, inlining drastically changed existing functions, etc. Currently, I don't have a public estimate for completion, so it's going to take a little bit of time for them to actually get the script extender updated and compatible with the new version. But there are people that have spent countless hours installing hundreds and hundreds of mods to Fallout 4. If you're one of those people, you probably want to avoid updating altogether. And there is a way to actually do this. So yeah, it's quite simple. I'll just pop this up on the screen for you. You can, of course, pause the screen for whatever version you have. For Steam, here are the instructions. And then, of course, for Epic Games copy, you have these instructions as well. Just pause the screen. And yeah, it says this: I accidentally updated my game. Now what? So if you have accidentally updated Fallout 4 to next-gen version without any backup, there is no rollback option yet. You have to wait for a Fallout equivalent to the Skyrim downgrade patcher. If you are on Steam, you could download an older build of Fallout 4 from Steam Depot via Steam Console as well. So recommend not accidentally updating this at all if you really want to make sure your mods are intact. So it seems like it's going to be quite the process, and I'm sure that some people are going to be pretty upset about their mods being broken, but I hope that most of the community was prepared for this and aware that this was going to happen, especially after what happened with Skyrim. So yeah, now it's time to go over your top comments. Remember, leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video, so let's do this. I had to actually void some comments. I would love to highlight all of your comments, but some of them were spoilerific to the Amazon TV series. I don't know if everyone has watched that from beginning to end. So let's get into this. Jason says this: Obsidian is busy making Outer Worlds 2. Maybe after that, they can possibly help with Fallout. Man, I have so many opinions about this. I know a lot of you probably want to see Outer Worlds 2. I just want them to get to work on a Fallout game. That's how I feel about it with Obsidian. I just feel like it's going to be way too long of a wait for them to work on Outer Worlds 2 and then, of course, Fallout. That would mean that it would be, wouldn't that be like a minimum of 6 years wait time? Because I'm sure that Outer Worlds 2 is going to take at least 2 to 3 years to develop. They may even want to make it bigger, more ambitious than their first release of Outer Worlds. So yeah, it would be nice if they could find some way to get a Fallout game out within the next couple of years. I'm not saying rush it, of course, but man, it just feels like there is this absent for Fallout single player games. Of course, they're doing updates for Fallout 76, but I know a lot of you guys want that single player story driven RPG experience for your Fallout games. Now, we also have this right here from Reborn. It's Bitsy7515 who says, more important question is when and if Fallout London will come to consoles. I think it's probably going to be too big to come to consoles. I could be wrong. They might be able to get it on consoles in some way, but I wouldn't hold your breath in that regard. In fact, there are some replies here. Yeah, actually, here's one. It says the developers have said that that will not happen. I believe there are necessary script extenders that do not work on consoles. Bethesda would need to make changes for modders in order for many PC exclusive mods to work on consoles. So yeah, don't hold your breath on that one. I do not think that is going to happen at all, which I know is a bummer to hear, but that's just the way it is. Also, it says, imagine if they work with Obsidian to make a New Vegas 2 in order to explain the state of New Vegas in the show to release before season 2 would be brilliant way to market both. Also, I wanted to mention something to you guys regarding the Fallout 4 Next Gen update. I want to see Bethesda do a Mafia 1, I guess you would say. Yeah, because when you look at Mafia 1 versus Mafia 1 Remake, that was so significant, and I just wish Bethesda would be like, maybe we could do that for our Fallout games. I just think that would make a lot of sense and would be so cool, because they already have the infrastructure there, of course, for their Fallout games. They can just do significant updates to those existing games in the way that Mafia did with their franchise. And I think people would absolutely be all over it. But yeah, there it is. The latest happenings around Fallout 4, the Fallout games. Hopefully we have some news about like a New Vegas 2 or something between Fallout 4 and, of course, Fallout 5. I mean, come on. It would be nice to have more single-player oriented Fallout games. Yes, Fallout 76 has its audience, but I think a lot of you guys just want to chill and relax and enjoy a good open-world RPG single-player experience. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more news and updates